What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo here, and welcome back to another Moonbase 84 transmission. And today we're going to review the Transformers Age of the Primes Sky-Byte. But quickly before we do, it's time for the YouTube begging. So if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and all that jazz, we'd really appreciate it. Let's start off by taking a quick look at the packaging. I don't often do that, and I should because it is the Age of the Primes packaging and newer packaging, so I should show that off for a little while, I think. But here we go. Once again, much cleaner and streamlined than what we got with Legacy. Here you have an image of Sky-Byte in the window, and then 28 steps, nice clean Transformers logo, very black box overall, very elegant Sky-Byte. The 13 Primes on the side, or part of the 13 Primes. Another image of Sky-Byte, and the actual what you're getting in the box of Sky-Byte. So real quick, I just wanted to show that I slid Sky-Byte out of the box, and I thought it was interesting that we get his fins slash blades on sprues and not what we've been getting with the tissue paper. It's just something that caught my eye. And here's Sky-Byte out of the packaging, and before we take a closer look at him, I just wanted to note something I found kind of odd. As you saw when I was showing you his fins slash blades were on sprues, there was some other assembly required, mainly the pieces that are on his shoulders now. And I mentioned that because before I attached the fins and put those on, when I took him out of his prison to put those on, I immediately noticed he felt odd. Without those pieces, he feels very light, and just the plastic feel of him is strange to me. He kind of feels like a model kit, like that model kit plastic type feel, lighter feel, hollow type feel in the inside. Once I put those pieces on, obviously added more weight, so he doesn't feel as light. He's got a tiny bit of heft, like a heft that you would kind of expect from a Voyager, but without those pieces, he felt like a model kit, and the plastic kind of does as well to me. That is not a gripe, it's just something I noticed, and it was odd. Okay, with that being said, let's take a closer look at Sky-Byte in his robot mode. And as you can see here, he looks, to me at least, he looks very nice. Does a good job of representing Sky-Byte. And we'll take a closer look. There's that head sculpt with that toothy grimace that we've all come to know. Sky-Byte, no matter what his emotions, typically still has that grimace. You got the red eyes, the gold face, the big fin for the head with some silver trim. Going down to the chest, I love this purple. It's like a metallic. And then the red, again, some silver here. The white is all like a pearlescent white, like on his forearms and here. Then we go down to the grays, the purples. He just really pops, as he should, with the yellows, more of that pearlescent white. His clawed hand. But yeah, he really pops, and I think, you know, often we give, right, and rightly so, Hasbro a lot of flack for a lack of deco, and they came through with Sky-Byte in robot mode, and we will also check out, of course, his shark mode to see if that continues. But yeah, just a really nice job in the back, pretty clean. He's got a shark butt. You can take the fins off. See if I don't, they're in there pretty good, and every time I try to, I undo things. But you can take them off and use them as like a bladed weapons as well. Really tight on mine. I'm not going to do that, but you can do that. Now it's a matter of getting them back on and out. Put it back on here like so. Very tight, which is good, so it's not falling off, but the back kind of likes to unpeg when you do that. His other accessory is actually in his shark butt, so underneath here. So that's where you can store it. Have him poop out this little gun, cast in like a yellow. and he can hold it. Very tight. He's supposed to be able to hold it. I can't even get it in. Well, there's obviously a tolerance difference or problem with mine because I can't get it in, but he's supposed to be able to hold this weapon with that peg. So I'll have to shave it down because I can't even get it in. I'll shave down that peg. I'm not gonna, well, I might not even do that because I'm really not gonna display him like that. This will probably go back into the shark head. Articulation wise, as we get into it, I will note that his shoulders here, shoulder guards or whatever, this one on mine is kind of, it's more loose than I would like it to be. Like you get to a certain spot and it falls. This one is tighter and it doesn't do that. So that's kind of a shame. But articulation, his head does swivel. Look, nah, I wouldn't say it looks up and not really down. Shoulders go out to about there. He does have bicep swivel. A little, maybe, well, probably I'd say 90-degree elbow. He does have, he's a beast former, so sometimes it's hard to get your hands on things. Waist swivel. Leg does the splits. You do have thigh rotation. Nice knee bend. And then you've got ankle down, not up though, and the pivot. So yeah, he has very nice articulation. Also, if you want to do the transformation, you can move these pincers, claw things. Well, these two can go in and out if you wanted to. So yeah, in robot mode, I think Sky-Byte looks really good. Very nicely decoed and nicely articulated. So what we'll do is I will transform him up and we will take a closer look at shark mode. And here we have Sky-Byte all transformed up into shark mode. And quickly I want to say I'm an idiot because when I went over articulation in robot mode, I forgot he does indeed have wrist articulation, wrist swivel on his regular hand and on his clawed hand as well. Sorry about that. This is why I say I'm a fan, not an expert. I hope I'm getting better. But anyway, here he is in shark mode. Quickly, I want to mention, even though he has all of his parts assembled still in shark mode, because I think they're distributed differently, obviously all the parts to make the shark mode from the robot mode, he goes back to feeling lighter, like a model kit. And of course, even when he felt a little heftier, the plastic just feels like a model kit. That is not really a gripe, it's just something I'm noticing. And I'm not saying it's cheap or anything or a crappy figure. I'm just saying that I noticed it, so I wanted to point it out. But as for the shark mode itself, just like the robot mode, the deco on this guy is really, really nice. And I bring that up, not only because it's nice, but also, again, because, you know, often we are getting figures that aren't so great in the deco department. But let's take a closer look. Here he is in his purples, and you get the gunmetal and silver deco everywhere. We'll take a closer look at the shark head, a little red eye. Up over the top is nice fin with that silver. And then just look at the silver, if it doesn't wash out in the camera, there we go. Look at all the silver and gray robotic detail we're getting. I'm really liking that, all the tech detail. I like how this darker gray kind of fades into the purple. Nice job with that. Just really well done. And again, he really stands out. Just there's some more of that tech detail on the head. Just a really nice job I think they did with this Sky-Byte. Underneath, you can see he's all folded up. But yeah, and he's definitely filling the part and looking like he's supposed to. RID 2001 Sky-Byte. Go back to the tail. Just a really nice job. Everywhere you look, there's details and there's paint deco, which is great. Really, really nice. Articulation. In shark mode, you can swivel his fins. Nice little jagged, bladey fins. Like so. You can bend his tail left and right, or side to side, I should say. And like again, this was his wrist, and you can swivel it with his clawed weapon. I like how the fins, to make the fin, you get the blue overlaying the purple. That's really cool. And then you got the jagged gray part, or grayish pearlescent white part. Just really, really nice. His jaw does articulate, like so. And you see his nice silver, get it like that, silver teeth. Really, really nice. And the one thing I think that's really cool about this figure is that the shark head does, you know, look down. And I love this, what they did here, this cover that goes with it, this accordion effect, so you don't have an ugly gap or anything like that. That's really awesome. And the last thing you can do is take his little yellow weapon, and you can, how does it go in here? Like so. His mouth does open super wide, I should show that. Opens up like that, and you can plug it in. Please don't copyright me. And then it's a friggin' shark with friggin' laser beams. They're not attached to his friggin' head, but still really cool. So yeah, really awesome Sky-Byte in shark mode. I like how the bottom fins here and then his parts of his knees are used to rest him. It'd be cool if you could put him on a stand. That'd be kind of cool, but he doesn't come with that or anything. And I don't see a way to put him on a stand. I guess you can take a stand and fake it somehow and try to balance him, but at least he can rest like that so he's not so that is cool. So obviously, going by everything that I've said, I really like this Sky-Byte. I think he's a hit. They didn't skimp out on the deco like they've been known to lately, which is really good, especially with all the details and stuff with Sky-Byte that he needs to look like Sky-Byte. And we actually got some painted details and deco, and I hope that's a trend that continues with other figures. Just a really nice figure. So far, he's in my top 5 of figures released in 2025. And the added bonuses, like Dr. Evil, I've always, and you can ask my family, you can even ask Tron, always talking about, when people ask me, what do you want for Christmas? I always joke and say, friggin' sharks with friggin' laser beams attached to their friggin' heads, just like Dr. Evil. And this is the closest I will probably ever get, so that is a bonus for me. That all said, yeah, good figure. If you're thinking about picking him up, I'd say go ahead and do so. I don't think you will be disappointed. Transformation, I should mention quick, don't really talk about that much in our Transformers channel, but it's a really cool, fun little transformation. Okay, with all that being said, finally, comment to let me know what you think about Sky-Byte here, and as always, thanks for docking.